Turn AC off. Nice. Hello everybody. Golf? What are you on about? Golf? I know. I just know how boring this sounds, but please hear me out. I'm trying something new, okay? I'm trying something new. And please come along on this journey with me. This whole idea actually came from a conversation I had with my manager a few months ago where I was like, hey man, did you see the wrestling? And he was like, no, you know I don't watch wrestling. And I was like, man, I just wish I had somebody to talk to about wrestling. Anyway, he was like, why didn't you tweet it? And the thing is, I'm hemorrhaging followers online, right? Every platform, I am hemorrhaging followers. I don't know why it is. I'm not sure. I hate that it's happening, but it's happening. And basically, whenever I tweet anything, I lose followers. So my brain just says, don't tweet, profit. Which is absolutely the wrong way to do it, you know. Obviously I'd like to keep all of those followers, but I understand, people's tastes change, and sometimes I'll follow an account and I'll be like, oh, that one tweet was funny, and then 40 tweets later I'm like, oh, I haven't really got what I'm looking for from this account, and I'll unfollow it. So I completely understand that, but my brain, the simple man brain, just says, like, whenever you tweet you lose followers, so don't tweet. And all of this happened, around the same time that it's now basically become impossible to earn money doing covers on YouTube. This is a music YouTube channel, and it will remain that way. All future lyric videos, music videos, official audio will end up on this YouTube. Don't worry about that. And also, if anything, I'll be a bit more active on YouTube because I stream every Monday and Friday. Twitch.tv/LEVVVVIS. That's 4 V's, sorry, by the way. Definitely come and check us out. And I'm looking to upload kind of like a cover or two from the Twitch stream every week. So if anything, me uploading different stuff on YouTube means that I'll be more active on the music front as well. But yeah, all of this happened at the same time where it basically became very difficult for me to earn money from doing covers on YouTube, musical content on YouTube that isn't original. And I just can't warrant spending hours a week uploading something on YouTube that just won't earn me any money. Basically, I hope you understand that. Like my manager said, unless people are really invested in me as a person and not just my music, they're not going to really know my hobbies and my passions outside of music. So I thought, why not 2 birds, 1 stone, start uploading more often to YouTube, more original content, but make it not music, So I'm trying this thing here, and I'm thinking of calling it 18 to 8. Now, my goal of this series is to ultimately get better at golf. Really, it's just going to be like a weekly vlog where I show you what I've done for the week. But I have goals, Everybody's saying, bring back the vlogs, Lewis, bring back the vlogs, which kind of, in a way, these are the vlogs, really. It's just, instead of the goal being going to get lunch, I'm hoping to, over, however long it takes me, 6 months, 1 year, 4 years, go from being okay at golf to being actually quite good. Hello, it's me from the future. You join me whilst I'm editing this video. I've just finished the edit and I realised that I never really get into the actual schedule of my uploads. I talk a lot here and it takes a little while to get into the meat of this video, but I think I do a good job of explaining the starting point of 18 to 8 and kind of almost guaranteed straight on action now, because I've explained everything that I wanted to in this video. And I know it's a long one, but forgive me, we're going to get into the kind of meat of the series and ultimately me becoming a better golfer as soon as possible. So my schedule is like a week on and a week off, and by that I mean every week I will upload one 18 to 8 video. So one video from this golfing series. 1 week will be tuition and practice, so the improvement, I guess, of my golf game. And the second week will be me taking those ideas, the swing thoughts, whatever it may be, and applying them on the course. So I will record a round of 18 holes and then we'll be able to physically see if I am improving by comparing the scores to the week before scores or the week before that. I'll keep it all in like a spreadsheet or something so that I can refer back often, and then hopefully that will not only kind of be encouraging to me because I'm seeing this improvement, physically seeing this improvement, but I'll be able to go back to my coach and say, look, it's working, let's improve on that. Or look, I'm really struggling with this, can we go over that once again so that next week when I'm on the course, I can hopefully, adjust and score better. So yeah, I apologize that this episode's slightly slow, I guess, but stick with me, it will get more exciting, straight away. I just need a little bit of foreplay first, I just didn't want to go in dry because I understand that golf YouTube is this massive market, but the people that are subscribed to my channel currently, I could comfortably say that, a lot of those people aren't interested in golf or don't know too much about golf, And who knows, in the future, I might have a bunch of golf fans on the channel, but as of right now, I kind of understand that this may be quite shocking for people coming in dry. So I wanted to provide a kind of really hopefully informative first episode so that we're able to kind of springboard into the rest of the series a bit more rapido, shall we say. Anyway, back to the video. Sorry about this, sorry that the video is so long, but it'll all make sense down the line, I'm sure. Okay, bye, enjoy the video. And so the title 18 to 8 is referring to my handicap. Now if you are not a golf fan, don't worry, I'm going to make this as consumable as possible without being kind of patronizing to people who are involved in golf, interested in golf, whatever it may be. But basically, amateur golfers have a thing called a handicap. And what a handicap is a number between anything from +6, which is when you're very, very good at golf, +6 or whatever. I'm not sure there's an upper limit on that, to, I think, 36. I think that's the max. And what it means is I can take X amount of shots back from the course. So I've never had an official handicap, but I've always played around 18, just because my dad said that was fair when I used to play with my dad. And actually in the last couple of years, I brought that all the way down to 15. But it basically means that I can take 18 shots from the course, right? Now, what does that mean, Lewis? Well, it's like an infinite wormhole of golf terms, I guess. What have I got myself into? So a golf will have a par. You may have heard like this hole is a par 3, this hole is a par 4. Usually measured on length, goes from 3 to 5. I think there are a few like par 6, but they're more like novelty holes, I guess. And all that number does, all the par of the hole does, is say, hey, a good golfer should finish this hole in X amount of shots. So if I'm on a par 5, it's usually a longer hole. It should take me 5 shots to get that ball from the tee to in the hole. Wow, car started up again. In fact, let's turn it off. Unplug phone, turn it off. Yes. The only issue with that is that golf is hard, and it takes people a long time of playing golf to be able to finish a golf course on par or under par. You see the pros shoot like 2 under or 3 under, and that is a very good round. Now, granted, in the kind of pro tournaments, they set these courses up to be very difficult. The greens run very quickly. Sometimes they grow the rough up so it's super high. So if you miss the fairway, you may lose a ball or you'll be penalised on your next shot. It'll be very difficult to get the ball out of the rough compared to if you're on the fairway. Courses introduce water, bunkers, hazards, all of that. And they try and make it as difficult as possible in those pro tournaments. So as an amateur golfer, I don't think I'll ever finish a golf course, on par, under par. I don't think I ever will. I just think that's too much of an ask for me. So my goal is to basically go from needing to take 18 shots from the course to hopefully taking a single figure. Now, I've chosen 8 because most golf courses are a par 72, which means that it should take a scratch golfer, a very good golfer. Scratch is a term for a golfer that doesn't have a handicap, basically. It should take a very good golfer 72 shots to get around the course. Now, if they've got lucky or if their putters like tuned in, that may be lower, or if it's very difficult conditions out or it's a very long course, that may be higher. But the course is saying, hey, you should beat me in 72 shots, basically. And sometimes it's 70, 69, sometimes, it goes give or take either way. But for me, I want to shoot an 80. I want to be realistic here. And I want to be able to shoot 80. I want to be able to complete a golf course in 80 shots. So that for me means that going from 18 and finishing a golf course in 90 shots, I'm going to shave 10 shots off, hopefully, and get to an 8 handicap. Now, I know that that sounds, fairly easy. Just be better at golf, Lewis. But the golf game is built up of so many different factors. You have the long game, hitting the ball as far as you can and trying to control that. You have the short game, which is like anything from chipping, approach shots to the greens. You have your irons. That's kind of a club you'll use most often on a golf course. There's putting, but as well as the physical game, there's the mental game. There's decision making, not just taking the driver off of every tee, which is what golfers call course management. Saying, hey, what I'll do is I'll hit a shorter club, off of the tee here because maybe the fairway is slightly tighter, slightly smaller, or I'm setting myself up for the next shot. I want my next shot to be 140 yards into the green rather than 60 yards into the green, because you may be more confident in that area of the game, But also there's, if I miss-hit a shot or if I end up in the water, there's not losing my head. My dad always said, my dad's full of sayings and kind of coffee table wisdom, without wanting to sound like I'm being a dick to my dad. He has a bunch of like one-liners that he's always said throughout my whole life, and they always stick with me. But most of the time I play golf with my dad, and the thing that stuck with me the most is, it's not about your last shot, it's about this shot. And I think that that's actually a very important thing to think about. It doesn't matter if on the last hole I got a triple bogey, because if that starts affecting this shot, then I'm screwed. So it's about saying, man, that sucked. I wish that I did that better. I've been practicing that shot and I'm disappointed that I didn't do that better. But taking the time from when you've hit that shot to getting to your ball, just to be like, but it's done, and it's fine. And it's not about that shot, it's about this shot. And that's not only because the game of golf is kind of built up around etiquette and respect, but I think it's important for the performance. It's very easy to lose your head and destroy a round from one shot. And so you have that the physicality of it, actually hitting balls well and actually being able to get up and down and avoid bogeys. Up and down is another golfing term, which means that if you're off the green, you're going to get up onto the green and then down into the hole in 2 shots. Up and down. You'll hear me say that a lot, I imagine. The physical gym work, which is something I'm going to work with Big Soph, my girlfriend. Her brother is a personal trainer. I'm going to visit him and he's going to give me some golf specific workout areas, to give myself the best chance basically within this game. But yeah, ultimately I'm going to go from 18 to 8, hopefully. Oh, it's very nice in the UK. Now, how am I going to go about doing that? Getting to 8 handicap. Well, I'm here at the lovely Buckinghamshire golf course, and I'm actually here to meet my childhood golf coach, a guy called Dusan, who has taught me golf from when I was a little kid, playing when my dad would just drop me off at the range and go and play around, and I would learn how to play golf. That was at Studley Wood in Oxford, but now he's based at the Buckinghamshire. The beautiful course. Driving in here is nuts. It was amazing. But we're here today to do like a little benchmark. I called Dewey and I'd said like, hey, this is what I want to do, and he was very excited by it, which was great for me. It was very exciting for me to have that reaction. But he basically said, hey, come to the Buckinghamshire, we'll spend an hour and I'll kind of see what's up. See how much of an ask it is to get me down to single digits in terms of handicap. I used to play golf very often, and now I moved to London and playing golf was a lot more difficult. I played the other week and I played pretty well. I was really impressed with how I played. Sorry, can you hear that? And that's what inspired me to do this, really. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. So I guess without further ado, I'm gonna go meet up with Dewey and we're gonna have a little practice session. See what he thinks.
What are we doing?
Elbows?
Elbows, not bad.
Are you good?
I'm good, you?
Yeah, very good. Thanks.
Oh, mate. Yeah, no,
Don't worry about it.
I do. So you know we spoke the other day.
Yeah.
So obviously you're what now? 15, 16, 17, 18.
I say 15. I've never had an official handicap, but I say 15 because in my head, if I keep playing off 18, I'm never going to improve. It's a crutch, you know.
No.
So when playing with my dad, and my dad, you know, he banned it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just went down to 15, and I just haven't played often enough to get that any lower, basically. But I'm going to call this 18 to 8. So I'm going to hopefully break 80 is the goal.
Perfect. All right.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
And it's catchy.
It is. You got to think of all those things.
Which is half of the job.
It is.
Hello everybody, it's me from the future again. I just want to pop in and show you what Dewey's doing here. So he's measuring my body physically. Very early on, Dewey said that, you know, we're all made up of different DNA, which is so true, and I think that a lot of coaches get stuck in the fact that, you know, you want to be hitting certain positions. Everybody wants to be hitting this position, which I understand, but it was encouraging to see Dewey here basically go out of his way to make sure that he's tailoring this tuition to me specifically. And I talk about this later on in the video as well, but I just wanted to show you what was happening here. So he was not only measuring, you know, the physical size of me, but he's also measuring my habits and what I do in order to swing the golf club, so that then he can, you know, go back and go into the more technical points of changing a golf swing, which you'll see right now. So yeah, enjoy.
Set up.
Yeah.
I want you to drop your right foot back.
Okay.
So it's sort of more in line here.
Yeah.
And just hit full of swing. So I'm just looking at speed. Don't care where the ball goes.
Okay.
Just looking at what power you're producing. So drop your right foot back.
Like this?
Yeah. So even get it. Yeah. So you probably do.
Okay. Just hit a few.
Just hit a few. Yeah. Full swings.
It's very strange. Should just start playing golf like this, dude.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. Okay. Now put your feet together.
Okay.
You have a little gap in between.
Okay.
That's it. And hit some of there.
I just watching that flight there, just thinking this should be worse than my normal swing. Why is this coming?
No, I'll tell you what. One of the things is easy is you're going to get shift to the right, and then that's too much lateral for you.
Yeah.
You almost want to feel like you've got a pulley in a wheel.
Yeah.
You're going to pull that back.
Yeah.
Look how your right shoulder goes up, your right hip goes up and back. Now it's very easy for you to get on your front leg.
Yeah.
That's why your contact's developed.
Right. Okay.
Because you're able to get on your front leg quicker and earlier.
Yeah.
So your bottom of your arc moves forward.
Right.
When you shift here, you can't do that as well.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Which is kind of frustrating, I guess, because in my swing, this knee would always straighten up.
Yeah, I don't mind a bit of that.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. Everybody's like, well, you need to get rid of that straight away.
No.
So then in my head, I was doing that lateral.
Yeah, you don't need that. Lateral's no good for you.
Yeah. So that's kind of having tried to do this for so long, which is why I get lessons are so valuable. Let me repeat that. Lessons are so valuable.
That's right, folks, lessons are very valuable. So Dewey just kind of basically dismantled everything that I'd learned up to this point, and took me straight back to basics, which I was so happy about. And there's me smoking a 7-iron exactly, you know, how I wanted it to fly, and that was all just changing that simple thought in my head about how I take the club back. Now it's really annoying here that I didn't have the mic on, but I'm gonna act here, okay? I hope you don't mind. So here's me asking Dewey to repeat what he just said, and then Dewey says, yes. Well, yes, hi, I'm Dewey, I'm the coach here at the Buckinghamshire, and I'm just saying there are a bunch of positive things about your swing, Lewis, and that you'll easily get down to single figures. And then here's me going, thank you, Dusan, that's very kind. I'm sorry that the mic was off, and I'm sorry I've had to put you through this. Sorry.
Right, mic's on, yeah it is. Can we see in here? Just about. First lesson down. I feel really good about that. I don't know if I had the microphone on. when I was doing the little interview segment with Dewey. Sorry, I'm just away from the range, people are still practicing. But Dewey said multiple times there, sorry Dewey, Dusan is my coach. I've called him Dewey since I was a little boy. He said multiple times there, you easily have the tools to be a single figure handicapper, which if this is episode 1 and that's something that has been said to me multiple times, I'm over the moon. I'm so happy. I mean, I feel like the camera's a bit wobbly. Whoa, 1 second. Okay, that's better. Wow, it's hot. If that is lesson 1, I'm over the moon. There's a lot of things that we've worked on today, and I felt like I picked them up fairly easily, and it was all technical, it was all in the swing. So what was said was that I wasn't standing tall enough over the ball, which felt so foreign to me. That felt the strangest, to be honest. And also worked on my hip. So before, I was always told that I should move my hips laterally, you know. So how do you do this? Here's my penis. So move this way, right, when I'm swinging, this way. And that's something that I was taught from a very young age, and it's one of the main issues with golf is that everybody's different, DNA's very different, and Dewey measured me there, my physical appearance, so that we could tailor the practice to that. The issue with golf is a lot of people don't do that, and they see what the pros are doing, you know, a 6'5" pro is doing, and try and put that onto their 5'10.5", by the way, I'll have you know, 5'10.5" body, and it just doesn't translate. It might translate, but most of the time it doesn't. So we worked that out first, and we worked out that I shouldn't be moving laterally, and that instead of going this way, I should be doing this more rotation, drop this hip back. And that straight away felt so much more comfortable, and that was quite encouraging to me, really, because I just saw instant results. And with golf, a lot of the time it gets worse before it gets better, but here I felt like pretty instant results, which is very encouraging. And I guess that'll end it for today. Today was kind of an introductory thing. I had to explain a lot at the start, so I hope you appreciate that there will be more action in the future, whether I'm at the gym, whether I'm at the range, whether I'm on the course, whether I'm playing with my celebrity mates, my celebrity mate. But yeah, there'll be a lot more action, but please let me know what you think of this below. Yeah, let me know if golf is something that you want to see. I had a few more series in mind. I wanted to train to become a wrestler for a week. I thought that would be really funny. Basically, I just want to be chokeslammed through a table because I hate myself. But I feel like those are more temporary series, and this is one that will potentially run for years, you know. That's a good thing about golf, is no matter how good you are, you always want to get better. And I guess that's true for a lot of things, but it kind of seemed like a good poetic ending for that. Anyway, like, subscribe, all of that. Make sure you're part of the notification gang. I love you forever, and I'll see you next time, eh?